Welcome to the Man Cave Podcast with Dan Casper.
Justus, sports director extraordinaire. How you doing, man?
Good.
Staying busy, obviously, with everything going on. So
that's not even with the sports. That's just with the kids.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, hey, let's kick it off with a little local sports
Sounds
roundup,
good.
if you're good, just to kind of, because I know we're wrapping up football season here.
Yes.
First of all, shout out McDonell state championship. And remember, Gilman beat them earlier in the season too. So
handily,
yeah. And then to blank them in the state championship game, what a bounce back for that group.
And that's I talked to Mark Maloney in the middle of the season. He's like, that was the one game his team actually was felt like they really had their back against the wall, and I think that really woke them up. After that game, I think they were a different team, knowing that, hey, you might be winning these other games big, but Gilman's right there, and that's the monster that got you. And I think that team had a new focus, and you just watched that state title game. They had an ultimate goal, and they achieved it. And hats off to Gilman too. I mean, Rosemeyer making another big run to state. We were looking back on in 2010 when they won their last state title. It was my first year here, so I remember being down there at Camp Randall when they won that one. So great season by the Pirates, great season by the Macs, and a good way to finish up the 8-player season. And that Macs team, you could see it build in the last couple of years.
Right.
And for it to come to fruition, Mark Maloney's final game, their final game is before they move back up to 11-player as well.
That's right.
So it's kind of neat to see it all finish off like that. And this area's, I think, the hotbed right now of 8-player.
Yeah.
Until people start knocking them off, this is the area.
Well, last year was Owen Withey, right?
Owen Withey. We had Thorpe down there a couple of years ago as well. So we've had some teams that make the runs, and so it's pretty neat to see.
Absolutely. And then 11-player football wraps up starting on Thursday. Probably the immediate one's Cochran Fountain City.
Yes.
Getting to the state title game.
Yeah, so. and in a thriller, a double overtime thriller that featured a double doink by the other team and then CFC. I mean, to be a kicker in that situation in high school, in Division 7, which, if you know anything about high school football, Division 7 kickers aren't called upon a whole lot to do much. But apparently the Lord's kicker had been perfect, I think, the whole season up until then. And then CFC kicker comes in, ice water in the veins, kicks it and gets it and makes them get to go to state to face St. Joe's, which will be a tough test. But, they'll play the first game on Thursday.
Yep.
And that's, for us, unfortunately, that's about all we have for local teams going there. Mondovi battled Edgar.
Yeah.
As hard as anybody's probably battled Edgar in a long time. But in the end, that team, that system Edgar has, that team is just amazing. And they're back to state. So, and I was at the Northwestern Stratford game, and Northwestern came out of the gate up 12-0, and it looked like they were going to run away with it. But Stratford, another team that just knows how to win. Been in those positions and came back and battled, but in the end, Northwestern got the victory in that one. And Baldwin Woodville, just a talented team. Last year they knocked Winneconne off in the playoffs, but this year Winneconne came back and got the victory there. So it was and River Falls, Notre Dame. What a machine of a team. Another team that moved down to D2 or up, depending on how you want to look at it there, kind of like Rice Lake, and they had met the week before. But, a lot of machines on that Notre Dame team and just too much for River Falls.
Yeah, so and then, a lot going on with BluGold College and Stout. UW Stout's going back to the Isthmus Bowl for their football team. They were in it last year. The
Kings of the Isthmus.
Yep. WIAC has been really, because it's the Culver's one, but you look at, this is the 5th year, so it's been River Falls, I think Platteville, and now twice for Stout. So. But so they're in it. I know BluGold's falling in their final regular season game here too. So kind of putting a cap on the I know we got WIAC teams in the tournament and such.
And a record number of teams going to the 4 teams.
River Falls winning it outright for the first time in a long time.
1985. I looked it up.
Wow.
It was 1985 was the last time. So 40 years.
Yeah.
To the day. Not to the day. I wouldn't say that. To the year. Of course, it's to the year. I don't know. Doing great. 40 years since they'd won it outright. So that's awesome for them. And so you got River Falls in, La Crosse in, you've got Platteville in, and you've got Whitewater in. So 4 teams. First time ever they've gotten 4 teams in, and it just shows you just how great the football is in this conference. The best WIAC or the best WIAC. Man, oh man, we're doing great. The best NCAA Division III conference is the WIAC, and we saw it there. So yeah, and we'll see and then Stout gets the Isthmus Bowl. So 5 teams postseason play.
Yeah, definitely
really awesome.
I know switching over, men's soccer, BluGold's fallen just a bit short from getting back to the Sweet 16 last night, falling over in Minnesota for opening couple rounds. Won their first game,
second round of 32, and what a job Casey Holm has done with that team, and go having Nate Donovan last year to a team that could score a ton of goals.
Yep.
To a team that this year had to grind it out, but won a lot of those 1-0 games, 2-0. I mean, they weren't scoring a ton, but they had great defense, but they always had. But they to make this run after a big change like that and make those adjustments, I think the future not only is bright, it's going to continue to grow for this team. And they're going to, I feel like they're going to make a championship run here. One of these, I know they almost did last year, but this year I feel like after what they did this year, this team's just going to continue to grow and get better. And 4 years in the playoffs and 5 years of existence, that's a pretty good percentage right there.
Setting the bar high, and that's going to draw a lot of talented kids.
Exactly.
Yep. So speaking of setting the bar high and talented kids, volleyball going 5 sets to Oshkosh. We'll find out they're going to go to the national tournament.
Oh, they're in. Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at all like the pairwise and all the the regional rankings, there's no doubt in my mind. I think they beat Illinois Wesleyan, which is the team that's ahead of them right now in the rankings there. So and hopefully, and it sounds like they're hoping that they get to host as well. So Sonante getting some postseason volleyball, I think that'll be awesome. And Kim Woody's, I mean, Oshkosh is a great team, and I got to see them the week before when they played for the regular season title down there at the Colf in Oshkosh. That's a tough place to play. That's a tough team, and even I'm sure Kim, as soon as they were up 2-0, said, "Don't. This team's going to come back." We got the WIAC Player of the Year, Sammy Perlberg from Chippewa Falls, and just an outstanding player. It'd be great if they could meet one more time because I think you saw them. The first game they were missing, I don't know. I didn't look at the box score. I'm not sure if Bailey Leak was there last.
I don't think she was the first game. Yeah,
if she wasn't the first game for sure, I knew because that was the one I was there. So.
Okay,
but then the second game, you saw them come back and get closer. So I feel like another matchup with them.
Yeah,
I don't know if they want to play. Maybe in the if they get on the opposite sides, but I'm pretty sure they'll still end up being on the same side just because of the regions. But they'll be going to the D3 tournament, and we'll find out this week. And I hope they're hosting, and then. I was actually over at Colfax at Whitetail for the NCAA regionals for cross country, and lacrosse. Holy cow! I mean that cross country team. Hate to say that. I know there's
between cross country and track and field. That's
watching them win both team titles. So hats off to them. You can't have nothing but respect for what they did. And then the BluGolds, finishing third for the girls' side. The men's team getting a. Have a top 10 finisher as well. Molly Hydorn it was kind of neat because I remember being like one of the first races for Molly Hydorn because it was like 2020 and the only thing going on for sports was cross country. And it happened to be a race at Colfax and I got to watch Molly Hydorn run. Kind of full circle moment to watch her at the regionals there at Colfax at Whitetail and watch her run as well. So kind of neat for her. She finished third. They'll be at the championships, which are in South Carolina this weekend. So
what a
busy week for Blue. And that's not even talking about the teams that are now in the regular season.
Right. I mean, men's basketball continuing a hot start too. I mean, they're tournament champions from this past weekend that they were at. I mean, just a fantastic start. For that group that we've talked about, and high expectations for Zach Melvik's group.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his newer recruits, some of the ones that came last year, now getting a chance to play a little bit more. Carter Lynchkin's still in there. You got the KG veteran there, the fifth-year senior that kind of ties it all together. So Andre Renta, I mean, that team, you got that good experience. Now you're mixing in some of this younger talent that you've got. Going to be a fun year, I think, for BluGolds.
I mean, heck, their first game against St. Norbert, when you have a local kid making his debut with his, coming to back home.
Yeah, back home.
Going perfect from the field, too. So, but yeah, BluGold's 4-0 to begin the season so far, and they're going to be going up against Bethel University, or not Bethel, excuse me. They're at the Simpson tournament coming up, which will be North Central University starting on Friday. So But and then the women's side for basketball too.
Yep.
They're off to a 2-1 start to begin.
Got a buzzer beater last week to win it.
That's right.
Anna Hutchinson making that basket there late to get them the victory, and the defense holding at the end. And that St. Scholastica at home tomorrow.
Parents' Day already, so getting it in early for Parents' Day, it looks like. Yeah. Get it done there. Hockey's going on, I know, too. And, I mean, wrestling's already been kind of going on here. So, yeah, it's full-on winter sports.
Yeah, it's such a quick transition. And this week, girls' basketball games start tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh, for high school?
For high school. Boys are starting practice this week. I believe hockey started last. Girls hockey has games this week, too. Wow. There are a couple boys I saw, like Hudson has some games, too. So, yeah, we're right into that. Right, just throw yourself right back into that, and then we'll have the holiday break there for a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, no kidding. So, well, good stuff. Local Sports Roundup. Brought to you by good friends from Carpet City Flooring Center. Big thanks to Justus for breaking that down.